Speaking of Thanksgiving, hard to believe that it's already here, but it is, and that means a lot of cooking is going to be going on, and every year, unfortunately, we see people getting hurt for all different reasons. So, from choking hazards to fire hazards. Joining us this morning to tell us more about those hazards over the Thanksgiving weekend is Caitlin Medina with Community Ambulance. So I suggested we start with a fire extinguisher because every single year turkey fryers cause problems.
Yes, people who fry turkeys and do it improperly always cause fire damage, and it's more often I think people realize. So always having a fire hydrant, or excuse me, a fire extinguisher. A hydrant would be good too.
A hydrant would be great.
A fire extinguisher around will definitely help prevent the damage that will cause whenever it comes to the fires.
So what is it about turkey fryers? Is it the fact that people do it inside when it should be done outside? Like, what's the biggest mistake people make?
A lot of mistakes that they do is doing it on uneven grounds.
So it tips over?
Yes, filling it with too much oil, not having a dry, thawed out turkey. A lot of people just throw it in while it's still wet. Oil and water don't mix, whether it's solid or it's liquid. And a lot of times it just causes fires because it overflows, and then it goes to the burner down below, and then it just chain reaction.
Yeah, it creates, and we've seen some very horrible fires because of that. And the goal is not to burn down the house on Thanksgiving because then you will never host again. Nobody's going to want to go to your house for that, and of course it's very dangerous. All right, so having a fire extinguisher on standby in case you're going to be doing turkey frying. Now, do you see a lot of fires outside of the turkey fryers?
Yes, we also see them inside. So always having a pan that has a lid definitely helps. Okay. It kind of helps smother it. So fires work off of oxygen,
right.
And if you can get a lid to go over it until that you can get the pan outside of the house,
okay.
It really allows it to keep the fire to a minimum.
So if something on your stove catches fire, make sure that you're using a pan that has a lid that fits so
Absolutely.
You can smother the fire. Okay, and then what about here? What do we have? Choking hazards?
So we have choking hazards, simple things that people don't realize, like pecans on top of the pies. They're just shaped enough that kids don't chew them up very well, and it will actually cause choking hazards. Or olives.
Olives, yeah.
Olives, the stuffed olives, people just like to throw them all in and start chewing them up, and it just doesn't go down well.
Yeah, so you got to be careful, especially with the kids. And then what about? And then is this just peanuts?
Mm-hmm. Other peanuts, just round things, or vegetables that haven't been cooked. They're just perfect to go down, and they don't go down very well.
Okay, so choking hazards, fires, and then also I'd like to add, make sure that you're preparing your food properly and cleaning up your space, because if you cross-contaminate, then you've got the whole salmonella thing.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and we see a lot of that every year. Okay, so happy cooking to you. We'll do it safely, and thank you so much for coming on, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's hope it's happy and safe for everybody. We'll be right back.